The enrichment exercise had been going well until the Thoraxian cub decided to assert dominance. Corporal Jake Anderson had been assigned to the Xenobiology Department's Predator Socialization Program, mostly as punishment for an incident involving unauthorized modifications to his barrack shower. Now he stood in the reinforced play arena, face to face with a creature whose species had conquered 12 star systems through sheer ferocity. The cub, named Vexra by her parent, General Corval, was already 4 feet tall at the shoulder. Her obsidian scales gleamed under the artificial sunlight. Her claws left grooves in the reinforced flooring. When she opened her mouth, 3 rows of serrated teeth glinted like daggers. She was also 8 months old and absolutely delighted to have a playmate. Jake had just thrown a training dummy for her to chase when she decided to show off. Vexra planted herself between Jake and the dummy, puffed out her chest plates, and roared. It was a good roar. Impressive, even. The kind of roar that said, "I am Thoraxian, apex predator of a world where everything wants to kill you, and I am magnificent." The observation deck went predictably chaotic. Emergency shutdown. Professor Nineval slammed his hand on the alarm. The cub is displaying aggression. No, wait, Specialist Kren started, but it was too late. Jake looked at the cub. The cub looked at Jake, tail swishing in that distinctive way that meant, "Did you see how cool I was?" And then Jake took a deep breath and roared back. Rhea. It wasn't a Thoraxian roar. It couldn't be. Human vocal cords weren't designed for it. But what humans lacked in proper anatomy, they made up for in sheer volume and creative rage sounds. Jake's roar was deeper, louder, and infused with the kind of primal energy that Earth's ancestors used to scare off saber-toothed cats. The effect was immediate and spectacular. Vexra's eyes went wide. Her ear flaps pinned back. Her tail stopped mid-swish. For exactly 2 seconds, she stood frozen in shock. Then her tail started wagging so hard her entire back half wiggled. She made a sound somewhere between a chirp and a wheeze, lost her footing, and literally fell over sideways in excitement. What just happened? Professor Nineval stared at the monitors in disbelief. I think. Kren adjusted his scanners. I think the cub just got out intimidated and loved it. Jake walked over to where Vexra was rolling on her back, all 4 legs in the air, making delighted chittering sounds. He crouched down and scratched her chest plates. Good roar, Vex. Very scary, but mine was louder. Vexra grabbed his arm with her front claws, carefully not extending the sharp bits, and tried to pull him down for wrestling. Her tail hadn't stopped wagging. This is unprecedented, Nineval muttered, recording everything. Thoraxian cubs establish hierarchy through vocal intimidation. The adult or dominant cub demonstrates superior roar, the subordinate yields. But she's not treating him as dominant. She's treating him as equal. Kren finished. She challenged him. He challenged back and won. Now she respects him as a worthy opponent. A human, Nineval said slowly, just won a dominance display against a Thoraxian predator cub using nothing but noise. In the arena, Jake had produced a rope toy rated for industrial cable. Vexra immediately clamped onto one end while he pulled the other. Her growls were playful now, interspersed with happy chirps every time Jake growled back. General Corval entered the observation deck, his massive frame filling the doorway. He watched his offspring playing tug-of-war with a human, watched Jake roar playfully, and Vexra respond with delighted trills. Your human, the general rumbled, has a warrior's spirit. My daughter, Sir, Corporal Anderson was assigned, as disciplinary action, then extend his discipline indefinitely. Vexra needs a sparring partner who will not yield to her displays. Someone who will challenge her. Corval's expression shifted into something that might have been a smile. Your human does not realize he has been honored. Thoraxian cubs only accept those who prove themselves in contest. Jake, covered in cub drool and laughing as Vexra finally won the tug-of-war, Had no idea he'd just become the first human to be accepted into a Thoraxian warrior clan. He just thought he'd found a really cool giant lizard dog who appreciated a good shouting match. The incident report filed later included the note, "Human vocal capacity apparently sufficient for interspecies dominance displays. Update xenobiology protocols. Humans can and will roar at predators. Predators may enjoy this." Jay called it playing with the big scary puppy and started practicing his roar for next time.